In this episode, we're going to talk about mastering your mindset, the key to unlocking your potential. Next on the Given a Purpose podcast. Welcome to the Given a Purpose podcast, where we bridge the highs, the lows, the lessons learned through life's journey, and filling in the gap. You already know what it is. It's a new week, baby. I'm your host, Mr. L.A. Listen, first I want to thank everybody that's been tuning in. Like I said, I know I took a long break, but since I've been back, man, it's been great responses, great feedback, great love. So I got to keep sharing. I got to keep doing my purpose and doing what God sent me here to do. And I'm just thankful. So this week we're going to talk about mindset. I don't know if y'all ready for all that, but we about to really talk about mindset and a couple of things about it. We're going to talk about what is mindset, why it matters. Listen, you know I'm a teacher. We're going to talk about the science behind it, right? We're going to talk about the benefits, have a few examples, right? Fixed mindset, a mindset of success, and how we can build on things and making sure our mindset is just on point. Now, before we get started, I know you're like, man, I've heard this before, right? But stay with me. Because mindset isn't just about thinking positively. It isn't about just doing all these certain things. It's about your view on your entire life. And today we're not just going to talk about mindset. We're going to talk about mastering it, right? So mindset is a collection of beliefs that you have about yourself, your abilities, and the world around you. It's how you interpret challenges and how you bounce back from failure. All right, listen, I know some of the first things that we go through in life and how we're taught and how we're raised, sometimes depending on the generation of your parent and how they were raised. Sometimes you may grow up and have a fixed mindset, right? There's a fixed mindset and there's a growth mindset. So I can be honest, a lot of things that I grew up on, I had a fixed mindset about things, right? I had a fixed mindset. It was just like, you know, for example, I don't know how to do it. I ain't gonna be able to do it. That was the fixed mindset. Like, I would tell myself negative things that I just, like, I'm not naturally like that or anything like, just something crazy like that. But the growth mindset, you can say, I don't know how to do it yet, but kind of let me research it and let me read up on it. Listen, I could use the fixed mindset and say, hey, I don't know nothing about doing no daggone podcast. I know nothing about doing coaching. I may not know how to do something, but guess what? Put the work in, did some research, looked it up, and here I am now. All right. I did it, like I said before, I did my podcast for 2 years straight. I have no background in podcasting and cameras and the technology. I just had to do it. Took my failures and learned from them. That's also a part of the growth mindset that we got to understand. But the growth mindset is taken from, listen, I had bad quality. All right, well, how do I get good quality? I used to have bad lighting, didn't know how to use the lighting, learned about lighting and upgrading as I go along and just making sure that I make it to the next level. Listen, it is so important to have a different perspective of things. Now, what I mean by that is what I kind of talked about is kind of reframing your failures and your fears, right? So with failure, sometimes we just like, man, I just suck. I'm not good. I don't know what I'm doing. But with that growth mindset or reframing your perspective on failure. All right, well, what can I learn from this? What did I do well? Right? All right, I know I was scared before, but guess what? Sometimes you got to do it scared. And sometimes when you do it scared, you get your best results. And then that momentum helps you overcome obstacles, right? And it's so easy to get stuck in that fixed mindset. But we're going to switch that today. So we're going to talk about mastering the growth mindset. And that's learning how to make sure that we maximize our potential with things and understanding that, hey, it's going to come with it bumps and bruises. Listen, I coach a sport where it's a good 70 to 75 failure rate. That's why I love baseball so much, because the greatest players that they have in the sport only do about 25% of their job and get paid millions. All right, we're almost close to somebody getting a $500 million in baseball. It's crazy, but we are this close. I think we're up to like 465 million for one person, almost at a $500 million for one person, and that's them with like batting 250. Like 300 is great, but that's a 70% failure rate. That's crazy. But guess what? They get up and they have to go to the game the next day. They got to get up and go to practice the next day and work on those things. All right, so what went well? All right, I may be in a slump now. How do I get out of a slump? I got to go back to my fundamentals. Is it physical? Is it mental? Okay, or is it just be, the circumstances of wanting are going on right now? But how do I shift, right? A good thing that I love, like I said, and I kind of teach it through baseball, is I can always go back to my foundation and my fundamentals. If something's off, all right, is my foot doing something? Is my arm doing something? Is my sight not on point? One of my biggest failures when I play baseball is I get into this thing where I'm trying to kill the ball. So, right, when I kill the ball, I have bad head discipline. So the first thing I do is I take my head out. So guess what? Now I can't see the ball. So now when I have to fix that in my growth mindset, right? All right, how do I keep my head still? It's not that I'm absolutely terrible now. I'm seeing the flaw that I have and I have to reassess and then make sure I don't do that the next time, because I have a better rate of experience and expertise if I keep my head there, right? If I keep my head down, keep my hands and everything else where it's supposed to be, I'll have a better rate of success, right? Man. So I know that might be, everybody might not be baseball people, but we got to understand that. I just hope it made sense. Like I said, I know everybody's a baseball person, but I need you to understand how to assess from the failure and make corrections and not be stuck in a fixed mindset and say, oh, I'll never be good at this. Maybe I should stop. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Listen, you are right on the cusp of your next level. But because of your fixed mindset and because of a lot of the training of your brain, you think that you can't go to that next level because you can't do such and such and such and such, right? So even the science of it. So they have this thing called neuroplasticity, right? Plasticity, I should say. And with that, basically that's saying that you can rewire your mind to do what you need it to do just by telling yourself certain things, just by doing things a new way, right? So a lot of the things that we've learned that were wrong, we can reprogram our mind by doing the right things the right way. It's just something even simple with as you get older, just something like eating. Man, we thought we were eating such good things, but you can reprogram your mind to do the same thing, do the right things, and your body will react to it. You start to feel better. I mean, I think about how, when I was younger, how bad I ate. Oh my goodness. But now I try to go into the grocery store. I'm definitely looking at ingredients. I try to buy things with less ingredients because I know a lot of things are synthesized products. They're just not good for you. They have a lot of things that are just not healthy for the body, right? So with me learning that, I try to do better. When you know better, you do better. And that's all a part of that growth mindset. So a couple of things that I think you should do. So with that, that kind of helped me. So one, to change into that good mindset. Listen, you need to find some affirmations. Tell yourself that you are good. Tell yourself that you are good enough. Tell yourself that you are worthy. Oh man, that was the biggest thing for me. I always put myself in a mindset of I wasn't worthy to have it because of maybe something I did in the past that I don't deserve it. And that's not true, especially at a time where you ask God for forgiveness and He forgives you. Or you may have learned from that mistake from the past. It can't grab hold of you like that unless you allow it to, right? So get some affirmations for you to say to yourself every day. And let me help you out with a key part to that, right? With a part A and B under that. You got to mean it. It's not just to say it, just to be saying it. You have to believe it. You have to believe that you're worthy. You have to believe that you can do it. You actually have to believe what you're saying, right? My grandmother used to have this thing. She was talking to me about faith as a kid, right? She was like, if your mom asked you for something, she said that you wanted a bike, you believe that she's going to bring you that bike. And you know, like when you think of the mind of when you were a child, when your parents told you something, you actually believed it, right? You really believed in these things. Like they told you, you know what I'm saying? And we would get on our parents if they didn't, right? Like, mom, dad, you said you were going to do such and such, but you actually believed it was going to happen. So with the affirmations, I don't want you to do affirmations or find yourself affirmations to do and you don't believe it. All right? Because sometimes we could do stuff, but we actually don't mean it and we don't believe it. But we want to get to a point where those affirmations that we're saying, we believe it and we know it's going to happen. Okay? Next, something that I had to get into. Start writing some things down. Get you a journal. Start journaling. All right? That is another way, something that I preach all the time on here is self-assessing. Sometimes you have to write out things. And then you have to look, all right, well, where was my part in it? I know I'm writing down all the things that I felt. I know I'm writing down all of the things that I saw that happen or my surroundings or different things like that of the situation. But once you write things down, where was my part in it? Where can I do better? All right. So that's also important into making sure that you change your mindset on it. All right. Listen, I don't care what nobody says. Self-assessing is so important. All right. Another thing I need you guys to also, once you start doing the affirmations and once you start journaling, all right, you got to surround yourself. So important, man. I have so many situations where I see students hang around other students and then they end up becoming, I'm like, listen, I tell them all the time, you hang out with 4 millionaires, you will likely be the fifth. You hang out with 4 knuckleheads, you will likely be the fifth. If you show me your surroundings, I will show you your future. So surround yourself with people who are in a growth mindset. Surround yourself with people who talk positive. Surround yourself with people who not just give you yeses, but give you the truth. Someone who will also lift you up, but will also tell you the truth when things are wrong. Surround yourself with good people. Oh, surround yourself with some good people. All right. Another thing that you have to attack that may be very hard for you, that I know through my life I used to always do is really, really face the fears. You really, really got to face your fears. Like, I used to always have these things where I necessarily would pray, or I would just go into prayer and I'm like, God, just get me out of this situation all the time. But with that mindset, I'm missing what I need to learn to be better to get to the next level. Because we always think we're in the storm. Lord, just, if you could just take me around the storm. Lord, 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 nah, don't let me go through that storm. Sometimes you have to go through those things. So what I start doing with my mindset is, Lord, what you have me going through, give me the strength to endure it. Give me the sight I need to. Like, let's say you have to get where you need to go. Let's say you needed to get to, I don't want to say freedom, but you wanted to get to paradise. You wanted to get somewhere and you had to go through this forest. All right. So I'm like, God, give me the vision of the steps that I need to take, of where I need to go through this forest. Lord, give me the courage to walk through this forest and not be afraid. Lord, give me your protection even though I'm going through this. Lord, give me the courage. Lord, give me the mindset to know that I can make it through. You don't have to always, it's not always take me out of the situation. Is give me the patience, give me the perseverance to get through this forest, to get through this storm. And things will be a lot better for you. All right. Stop doing things like that. Oh man, that I used to fall into all the time. It's like, Lord, or just be in a situation like, why is this happening to me? Woe is me. But now I'm switching to is, all right, what is this situation supposed to teach me? Those are the questions. Those are the, when I'm praying without ceasing and when I'm having my conversations to God is, what is this supposed to teach me? How do you get glory out of it? So my mindset has to change into not why is this happening to me? Because a lot of the things that I talk about on here are things that I go through, but then I share it with you in hopes that it may help you get to the next level, help you level up. Because sometimes you have to go through certain things to kind of help somebody else. And what if what I go through will help somebody else level up? That's the ultimate thing, is to make sure that I understand or learn the lessons from the things that I go through in life so that I level up. Because sometimes, going back to the people that you're surrounding with, sometimes you being in your purpose helps everybody elevate. Because the people that you're attached to, right? If you level up and you're sharing, and you guys are sharing ideas, and you're around like-minded people, you guys level up. That's what millionaires do. That's how millionaires turn into billionaires. All right. They find ways in their circle and they share it with them, and then they all level up. That's the amazing thing. But we have to understand that we can think that way too. Go through something, learn something, share it with somebody, share it with those like-minded people. And then guess what? I guarantee you, all you guys will be leveling up. I need you guys to go from that fixed mindset to the growth mindset, and we'll all get to the next level. Listen, I hope that bless someone. I hope this message reached to somebody out there. Hopefully, this is going to help you get to the next level. Hope you were taking notes. Listen, one thing I need you to do, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Share this. Listen, this is on the YouTube channel. Follow us, like it, subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave a review if you need to. But most importantly, the two things I need you to do at all times is make sure that you live on purpose and make sure you live in purpose. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.